Child, Mama Tina's Gumbo stand just got shut down for health violations, and word on the street is that the Carters are broke. So you remember when I said those stunts weren't working? Well, guess what happened? Mama Tina had to open up a Gumbo stand at the Houston rodeo, and it just got shut down by the health department. A billionaire family child selling gumbo out of a booth. That it gets weird. But we're going to talk about that later in the video. So, Houston health inspectors actually found 6 violations that got Mama Tina's Gumbo temporarily closed on March 16th. And when I tell you that it was nasty because they were storing food in these orange buckets, so these disgusting orange buckets, and the gumbo was actually being prepared at an unlicensed location, frozen in buckets, and then thawed at the rodeo. So frozen shrimp and crab that was supposed to be kept frozen, they were thawed out. No temperature documentation, no date marking on the food, so the whole operation was a mess. And here's the tea that really got me out. So there's a woman who allegedly is related to the Carters, and because a lot of people were talking negative-ish about Mama Tina's gumbo, she decided to go there and try out the gumbo herself so that she could shut down those negative reviews. But my goodness, what ended up happening? She got sick. Okay, so she's saying that after she ate the gumbo, she ended up in a hospital throwing up blood. She posted a TikTok video showing everything she had to do after getting food poisoning. She also claims that she got chills, nausea, fever. She also started vomiting. So she tried to dispute those negative reviews by tasting out Mama Tina's gumbos. Instead, she ended up in a hospital bed. Now, let me ask you guys something, okay? So, what billionaire family is out here running contaminated gumbo stands? You're telling me Beyonce's mama is selling gumbo out of a booth at a rodeo instead of starting a whole restaurant franchise? Now, child, that's not even the worst part because while Mama Tina's gumbo is out here getting people sick, Jay-Z is out here trying to get people sick by listening to his music. So, he just announced his going on his Yankee Stadium tour. Okay, celebrating 30 years of his album Reasonable Doubt and 25 years of his album The Blueprint. This is 2026, child. Who is listening to Jay-Z in 2026? And he's going to be doing a stadium tour at the Yankees, and it's being reported that people are actually, let me rephrase that. It is being reported that bots are actually queuing up to buy tickets to Jay-Z stadium tour. Bots, not people, bots. And I'm saying these are all botted stats because of Live Nation. And we already know that Live Nation is in a lawsuit about inflating their ticket sales and fake sellouts. So when they say that Jay-Z it sold out a Yankee Stadium in 2026, I'm gonna need to see the receipts because if it is really sold out, why is his team already advertising 25% off on game time a week after the tickets were announced? This just came out of nowhere, child. Who was actually rooting to go see Jay-Z on tour in 2026? Now, in my previous video, I already talked about his album supposedly dropping. He's going to be doing a joint tour with his wife because they're heavily in debt. I don't care what anybody says. Those two are heavily in debt. Behind the scenes, of course. So, his album, his joint album that Beyonce is going to be carrying on her back is going to be released in April. The math just ain't mathing, y'all, but wait, because it just gets worse. Okay, so while all of this is happening because they have to pull all these PR stunts, Yahoo Finance just dropped a report that says that Beyonce and Jay-Z took out a second mortgage on their Bel Air mansion. So they took out a $57.8 million second mortgage, and that brings the total of their mortgage debt on that one property to $110 million on a house that they bought for $88 million back in 2017. So they owe more on the house than they actually paid for the house. And they're paying about 600 grand every month in mortgages and property taxes on that mansion alone. That's not even including their $200 million Malibu home or their East Hampton estate. Child. Let me know your thoughts on that, child, because we have people on the street saying that this is a smart move, but stop it. Stop it. That strategy only works for billionaires who actually have liquid cash and they're trying to avoid taxes. Beyonce and Jay-Z don't have liquid cash, and I talked about this in my previous video. They might be billionaires on paper, but they don't got it like that. They don't have the cash. They don't have it like that. If you really had $3 billion, like Forbes claims, you wouldn't need to take out a second mortgage on a house you already own. You would pay that up front in cash if you have it. All I'm saying, child, is that a real billionaire family would have turned Mama Tina's Gumbo into a franchise with locations across the country. They would have had a whole team of food safety experts making sure that everything was up to code. They wouldn't be out here trying to avoiding getting shut down by health inspectors for storing food in orange buckets. I mean, make it make sense. And the fact that someone actually ended up throwing up blood after eating that gumbo, that's another lawsuit that's waiting to happen. So, on top of everything going on, they still have to pay that woman. I hope she sues and I hope she wins, child. Now, I want to hear from you guys. So, what do you think? Are Beyonce and Jay-Z really billionaires, or have they been faking it this whole time? Fake it till you make it. Is Mama Tina's Gumbo scandal the beginning of the end for the Carter empire? And why is Jay-Z out here using the same desperate ticket tactics as Cardi B if he's really that rich? Drop your honest thoughts in the comment section, because I need to know if you're all finally seeing what I'm seeing, or if you still have got the clock over your heads. And if you've been following this team, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what happens next when this whole thing comes crashing down. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I will see you guys in my next video with more tea. Bye.